everybody, my name is Mr. Nate, and today I'm going to be taking you on the ICT lesson review for week 1 and 2. I know your teachers have taught you all of these. I know your teachers have introduced you to all of the things you need to learn, your week 1 and week 2. But the reasons for this lesson review is to help you remember what your teacher has taught you and to help you understand it better. And I'm going to be doing this every weekend, so stay tuned every weekend on this YouTube channel. I'm going to be dropping your lesson review weekly to help you understand and remember. I am also going to be helping you through your homeworks so that you don't have a problem doing your ICT homework. But before we go further in this video, I'd like you to quickly scroll down and follow us on YouTube and then like this video. This will encourage us to do more of this kind of video. So moving to the lesson. This particular lesson is for those of us in grade 5. Like I told you, we're looking at the historical development of computer, which is your lesson for week 1 and 2. And we'll be taking this lesson from your ICT textbook, Introduction to ICT, pages 5 to 7 and pages 13 to 16. Now, what are the learning objectives? What are we expected to know at the end of this class? At the end of this class, you should be able to explain the history of computer, the means of counting, counting devices, Charles Babbage, analytical machine, Blaise Pascal, and some of these scientists that contributed to the development of our modern day computers. You are also going to be able to define the term generation. You would also be able to list the different generations of computers and their characteristics. Okay, now a computer is a super electronic machine that accepts data, processes data, stores data, and produces useful information. I know you're already saying that along with me because this is grade 5 class, so obviously you know what a computer is. Now, computer systems are smart machines invented to help humans to do so many things. However, before the computer system came into existence, there were several things that were created, ranging from calculator, ranging from analytical machine, ranging from Pascal's wheel, John Napier bone. So many scientists contributed to the development of our modern day computer. But I'm going to be taking it from way back and explaining how we got to where we are today. Now let me start from creation, when God created man. God created so many things. God created man, God created animals, God created water, God created the heavens, God created the earth, but God did not create everything. God gave man the wisdom to dominate and to create things. Now, this computer that you can see was created by a man, not by God, but God gave man the wisdom to create a computer system. But in the olden days, during the time of our ancestors, our great-grandfathers, there was nothing like computers. And whenever they have problems, arithmetic problems, or they want to do countings, they use their fingers to count. They use stones, they use different sticks. But this method of counting did not really help humanity. It didn't really help our forefathers in those days. They were using all of these things. They were using fingers, you can see. They were using fingers, you can see. They were using sticks, they were using stones. But this did not really help humanity. But the way the world is, technology keep advancing each and every day. Right now we have iPhone 14. Before there was nothing like iPhone 14, it was iPhone 13. There was nothing like iPhone 13 at some point, it was iPhone 12. It was iPhone 12 Pro Max. There are different inventions as we grow. There are different inventions as we grow. So just like we have different types of upgrade for phones. Even we as humans, I'm sure that when you were in grade 2, you were not this tall. So you got to grade 3, you grew taller a bit. You got to grade 4, you grew taller another time. You got to grade 5. So we keep growing. Same is technology, or same as technology. At some point when our ancestors got tired with using fingers, toes and sticks to do calculation, then they started using abacus, because some people got tired of using the fingers, toes and sticks. Then they invented abacus. I was told that abacus was invented by the Chinese. Some people said abacus was invented by the Babylonians. Well, I really don't know which, because history did not really give us in detail the place that, or the people that invented abacus for the first time. However, abacus is a machine that can be dated back to history, and we can see that this child is using the abacus to calculate. Let me zoom this picture a little bit so that we can see. You can see this child using the abacus to count. Now, the reasons why I use the picture of a child here is to tell you that the abacus is outdated for adults like you and I. But those in the crèche, those in the preschool can still use this for their arithmetic work. Now, because abacus was not really doing a fantastic job when it comes to arithmetic work, some other scientists invented the Napier bone. After abacus, there were so many other inventions, but because of time, I didn't take record of all of them, but I took record of Napier bone, which was created in the year 1617 by John Napier. John Napier created Napier bones. People were using Napier bones to do arithmetic. Now look at this object. I know some of you will be asking Mr. Nat, some of you will be asking, how can we use this? Well, I didn't know this is an ancient counting device. And the sad part of it is that Napier bones were written in Arabic mathematics. So if you don't understand Arabic, you can't really use this. So because of that, and for so many other reasons, this did not fly for a long time. People did not use it for a very long time. Then a man called Blaise Pascal, he's a French mathematician. And when you say somebody is a mathematician, it means he is a master in mathematics. He studied mathematics in the university. And then when you say he's a Frenchman, it means that he is from France. And then he's also a physics. It means that he studied physics in school. Blaise Pascal built the first mathematical counting device called Pascal's wheel. Now, the interesting thing about Pascal's wheel is that the idea behind the Pascal's wheel is what we use today in producing the odometers in cars. And we all know that odometers in cars are used to calculate the distance traveled by a car. Now, technology did not stop there. Technology keep advancing each and every day. It got to a point people got tired of using the Pascal's wheel. Then there's this man called Charles Babbage. Today we call Charles Babbage the father of computer. In the year 1833, a scientist from England known to be Charles Babbage invented an analytical engine which could keep our data safely. It was the first mathematical machine. We call Charles Babbage the father of computer because he contributed greatly to the development of today's computer. So Charles Babbage is referred to as the father of computer because he contributed greatly to the invention of our modern day computer. Now, this is the analytical engine or the analytical machine created by Charles Babbage. Now, this machine can do a lot. Although it looks like a machine it doesn't look like a computer, but I believe that those that were alive as at this period, they were able to use this to do whatever they needed to. However, if you look at all of these things that I have talked about, they don't really look like the modern day computers that we use today. They are different generations of computer systems ranging from first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, fifth generation. Now, because this class is meant to be a summary. I need to quickly explain a few things to you. Now, the first generation of computers were the kind of computers that looked like the Analytical Engine here. They were so big, they consumed a lot of electricity, they were very expensive. People could not afford the first generation of computer system, and they need a lot of human way to use this device. So it really didn't serve. Then, because technology keep advancing, there was a second generation of computers that replaced the first generation, because the second generation things got better. Those kind of computers did not consume much electricity, they didn't consume as much, they were not as much, they didn't consume as much electricity as the first generation, they were not as big as the first generation. They needed a lot of people to operate it, but it was a bit better than the first generation. Now then, starting from the third generation of computer, they started building computers that look like what we are using today, the monitor, the mouse, the system in it. But this set of computers still did not do justice, because they were not having the kind of graphics that our computers today have. They didn't look like this. They were in black and white. They didn't really serve human race well. Then the fourth generation of computer, things got better. They started producing computer systems that can be used to design graphics, that can be used to play music, that can be used for so many things that we use today. Computers that can type, computers that can be used in the hospital. They started building different computers that each and every person can afford from the fourth generation of computer. As at the fourth generation of computer, a lot of people could now afford to buy a computer system in their house. Now we are in the fifth generation of computers. Now I heard that there are seventh, eighth, and other generation of computer, but I know so well that the fifth generation of computer is the generation of computer that brought about artificial intelligence, where the computer system can help human beings in several tasks that the human beings needs a lot of effort to do. For instance, the fifth generation of computers came with artificial intelligence, meaning they think like human beings. For instance, the fifth generation of computers have artificial intelligence, and a feature of artificial intelligence is that they have smart security. For instance, my phone here has an artificial intelligence when it comes to security. I have actually locked my phone with my fingerprint. It means nobody can unlock this phone except I am the one that is unlocking it, and it means that I have to use my thumbprint. So this phone recognizes only my thumbprint. That is a feature of artificial intelligence that we now find in our fifth generation of computer. Another feature of the fifth generation of computers, still talking about security, is the Retina Scan. Now, a lot of laptops, a lot of phones, a lot of devices in this fifth generation of computers comes with the Retina Scan feature, which serves as a security for your devices, which means that you can only unlock your device with your face, because your device only would recognize your face. So if anybody steals your device, they can't use it because it won't recognize their face. That's a feature of the artificial intelligence. Another good feature of artificial intelligence in a modern day computer is the voice recognition feature. And some of you whose parents uses iPhones, you know the voice recognition feature on iPhone called Siri. You can easily talk to Siri on the phone. Siri, please dial my daddy's number, and Siri will go and look for your daddy's number. You say, Siri, call Tioluwanimi. If you have someone's contact on that phone, call Tioluwanimi. Your phone will automatically go to dial Tioluwanimi. Or you want to go to somewhere you don't know the place, or you say, Siri, launch Google Map, take me to number 5 Agidi Road, Yano School, Alapere, or take me to Ikeja Computer Village. It will launch the Google Map and direct you on how to get there. That's also a feature. There are so many interesting features that comes with the artificial intelligence, that comes with the fifth generation of computer system. And like I said, technology keeps advancing each and every day. Don't be surprised tomorrow or next year or next 2 years when technology starts bringing devices that can help you go to the market. I think we have robots that does that already in some Western countries. Go to the market, buy your stuffs for you, come to the house, deliver the messages and all that. So technology is advancing and there is no limit to what technology can do. Now, I like to tell you that I want you to keep developing your skill because you never know what technology might demand of you tomorrow. At the end of this lesson, I'm going to be sending a quizzes link to you through your parents, and this quizzes link contains all the activities that your teachers have given you to practice. Please practice these activities on the quizzes links. I'm sure it's going to help you understand what I am saying better. Also, you have activity on page 7 of your ICT textbook. So please, you flip through your ICT textbook, you see an activity that you are meant to do. Your teacher is expecting you to submit the activity in the next class. And then you also have an activity in page 16, which says you should use Microsoft Word to answer all the questions. It means that you use Microsoft Word, you answer the questions, it's either you print it out or you send it to your school's email. Do you understand? So I think that brings us to the end of this lesson, and I believe that this will help you to be more confident in your next class. So if your teacher comes to the class and the teacher is asking you to remind him or her what you learned in your previous class, Mr. Nate has helped you to remember that. I hope to see you in our next class. Please don't forget to follow us on YouTube and like this video. See you next week. Bye for now.